Hello all, Driving Boy here. Welcome back to yet another video on my channel. So with the recent announcement of F1 2020 gracing our Twitter feeds, YouTube feeds, and whatever social media feeds everywhere, we got such things as my team in career mode, split screen is finally there, which they could have just added in a very small update, but we don't need to talk about that. And also the tribute to Michael Schumacher with a bunch of classic cars being added. My reaction was, well... However, despite this announcement malarkey, which has made me very excited for future announcements, as the addition of all of this extremely nice content means that upcoming content could be even more saucy. I do believe that there are several more things that I'm going to only suggest. I'm not saying that it would make the game necessarily better, it's just a suggestion. But I do believe that it could come as a good improvement to F1 2020, depending on if it is added, of course. So, with that, here's the follow-up to several things that would improve F1 2020, the several more things that would improve F1 2020. I know, extremely creative. That's what you come to this channel for, ladies and gents. So, speaking of creativity, I think it's only fair that we start with the damage model. What? Now, the damage model has stayed the same for a couple of years now. It's pretty good, it's quite sophisticated. They've added wheel tethers. The wheels do come off on all edges. However, I do believe it could be a lot more realistic. Like, how come your front wing can be blown up into Narnia, but your rear wing can be absolutely fine? Yes. No, that's not a proper answer. What about side pod damage then? You're gonna add that instead of just scuffs to the paint? I do believe it is about time the damage model received a revamp. It has been too long, like I said, and little things. The rear wing, like I said, let that be damaged. It was able to be damaged in F1 2012 and 2013, I believe. So why can't that be damaged now? Side pods should be able to have significant damage, etc, etc. There's a lot of things that can be damaged on an F1 car that are very fragile. So maybe simulation damage can have those elements in it. I think simulation damage in particular should have that. Full damage can have what simulation damage is now, maybe. Apart from, of course, the fragility of the car is absolutely bonkers. So simulation damage, keep it as fragile as it is, but make it more realistic. Thank you very much. Next point. Multiplayer is still f***ed. I'm sorry. There was a race I had the other day where I was stuck on the grid and couldn't move while a bunch of other cars could, and I could only start moving if I paused the actual game and then went out of the actual game and then went back in and went back into the race, and then I could finally move, which is not how it should work. Like, there's a multitude of other points that I could go into. I said quite a few of them in the last one. If you want to go check that out, that would be absolutely ideal. Just fix multiplayer. Please. Sort it out. Tyre heating in this game is interesting. It varies from track to track. Like here in Britain, absolutely fine. No real problems with tyre heating, and I feel like that's how it should be. However, Hungary, front left tyre, dead. Germany, front left tyre, dead. China, front left tyre, dead. Abu Dhabi, front left, front right, all tyres dead. Dead. Doesn't matter what tyre, it's ridiculous. So change that, please. Fix it, rather, for F1 2020. And also, the fact that the AI don't feel the effects of tyre overheating at all. Like, literally, they skip off into the sunset. My voice is dying. It's that much of a problem. Please, just fix the flipping tyre heating, for God's sake. So with a bit of zen drowned into my brain, I bring you on to my next point. And that is, Codemasters has been making F1 games for over 10 years now. F1 2009's dastardly sliding about handling to F1 2019's crisp graphics and handling and cheating AI. But my real point is you can't start from the pit lane. It has been, I repeat, 10 years, and you still cannot start from the pit lane. What the fuck? Okay, Jeff, hi. So, of course, here at this Belgian Grand Prix, the first corner, La Source, can be quite the tumble dryer if it goes horribly wrong. And so, I was just thinking to myself the other day, and by that I mean this morning, that with the amount of grid penalties that we have and the car speed that we have, raw pace, I think that starting from the pit lane would be extremely beneficial. Yeah, of course, mate, no worries at all. We're going to file in a request to the stewards so you can have a pit lane start for this chaotic Grand Prix. Oh, Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jeff. Just let me know when they get back to you. Okay, so stewards have got back to us. You cannot start from the pit lane. I repeat, cannot start from the pit lane.
Jeff.
Right. Okay. I heard you the first time, fella. Dare I ask why I can't start from said pit lane? It apparently does not exist. And also, we do believe that a grid start would be much better for you, and you'd be able to carve your way through the field. Nah, I can't be asked. I can't be asked for this. No. Okay. You can drive the car, Jeff. You can drive the car yourself. I'm not going to just have to say that you're fine. It's just a bit silly, really. But I've got nothing else. It just says at the bottom here, chat some funny shit, but I've genuinely got nothing. Next point. My next point concerns something that myself and other F1 YouTubers do a lot on this game, and that is using the lower gears to give yourself extra rotation. It's heavily unrealistic and shouldn't work in real life, but in the game, of course, being a game, it does. And if, like I said in the last one of these that I made, if F1 is going in a more serious direction with the gaming franchise, then I do believe that those realistic elements should be added. So none of this extra rotation malarkey. I'm so sorry, TRL Limitless. You're going to have to live with that in F1 2020 if it happens. But if you're going to make it more realistic, then that should be applied. And also spontaneous failures, because you would kill the gearbox and the engine if you did that in real life. So add those back in, please. Thank you very much, Codemasters. Wet weather driving is, quite frankly, something else in this game. I can't even begin to fathom how not like driving in rain it is. And no, okay, I'm gonna get cross. I need to just take a breather and get right into grilling the heck out of Codemasters. Let's go. I'm driving an F1 game, and I don't think this is very akin to real life. But when I'm driving in the rain on wet weather tyres, I expect wet weather driving and not Dancing on Ice, the sequel. Braking in the wet, you might as well not even have brakes. I've seen better stopping bulldozers on cocaine than I have F1 cars in the rain. That was poetry, yes. I just recorded a career mode episode, which you'll see very, very soon after this comes out, I am sure. And one of the qualifying sessions was in the rain. And oh my god, the AI are ridiculous in the wet now. What on earth has happened? At the beginning of F1 2019's game cycle, they weren't that great. You could get by them pretty easily, as far as I'm concerned. Now, the AI are impossible almost to get by, unless you are really, really good in the rain. Or I'm just really bad in the rain, and I was using a dry setup for that qualifying session, actually. But even so, it's ridiculous. They can have a dry setup and be almost 2 seconds faster. So, sort it out, Codemasters. The AI are not Jesus in the wet, or Moses parting the Red Sea to make the dry line. Thank you very much. Fix your game. And also, for some reason, despite being wet weather, the dry line is invariably, and most of the time, is quicker than using a wet weather style line. No, I actually can't. What the f*** is that about? Nah, honestly, I am borderline very cross. That's not how IRL works. Wet weather driving is much different. Fix it, please. Big thank. Another thing I want to see is the classic car events in career mode actually meaning something, because they're just a throwaway. No one ever does them in career mode because they don't give you anything apart from more points against your rival or more respect. Like, what is that about? It's not on. There needs to be something more to it. I.e., if you're driving for Ferrari, maybe there's a Ferrari classic car event going on. Maybe you do the event, you beat your rival. Maybe there's some sponsorship bonus for attending the event, getting you more resource points. Just little things here and there. Like, just make them have more value, because no one does them in career mode. So make them worth something, and then maybe a lot of us will have a lot more fun with it. Yes, please. I would love that, but it probably won't happen. It's very wishful thinking. And my final point, the most gravitational point in this entire video of ideas and improvements, is a virtual mirror. Yes, a virtual mirror, something like you'd see in iRacing or Assetto Corsa, to allow you to look back while also looking forward. And before any of you say, Carl, we don't need that f***ing invention because we've got the look back button, why would you need a virtual mirror, you shitter? Well, I do believe that I don't want to spend the entire race looking backwards using the look back button. And also, who uses the mirrors on the F1 car? Who actually uses them? Be honest. That's right, absolutely no one does. As a result, because of how awkward the positioning of the actual mirrors are in-game, having that virtual mirror would be the perfect substitute. And yes, I know, already have mirrors, like I said, whatever, I get it. But the point is that the virtual mirror would be so unbelievably helpful, and I believe a massive improvement, and meaning that you wouldn't lose too much concentration on your driving, and you could still look back from time to time, and also focus on what's ahead. And that concludes my video of several more ideas that I think could improve and complete the F1 2020 game experience just that little bit more. Hopefully you all did enjoy. If you do have any more ideas that I haven't mentioned, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Codemasters won't watch this video, but we can all have a good chat about it, and it will all be in very good spirit, I do promise you. Thank you all very, very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, once again, slap like, smash subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you will not miss a single one of my uploads, and I would be very, very grateful if you did that. I also have a variety of social medias. My Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit links will all be in the description. Give them a follow. I do post there regularly, and it will be very, very good fun. Until the next video, whatever that video may be, once again, thank you all ever so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you very soon.